Journey to Faith at Medjugorje. Greetings, good people, and a warm welcome. And we welcome you to a video trip that we've taken to Medjugorje in Yugoslavia. Medjugorje, between two mountains, the site and the home of the apparitions of the Blessed Virgin Mary. Today's two guests are Lisa Hebo and Eleanor Phelps. Lisa Hebo is a educator in the city of New York, and of course Eleanor Phelps is one of New York's and Hollywood's most accomplished character actresses.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
Welcome so much for being my guest today.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Well, what's important about Medjugorje is the fact that millions of people are going over there, but that's the side issue. You yourselves have been there how many times now, collectively?
9 times.
9 times.
She is 5 and I'm 4. 5, 4, 9.
And the message of Medjugorje is peace.
Peace and faith.
And love.
And love.
And love.
During this program, we're going to have some interesting clips of when I was there in May on location. We're going to be interviewing the young Jelena, who is not so young, 19. And we also have the thing that's talked about most, the phenomena of the sun, which we have on our video camera. But first, let's talk a little bit about at home in Medjugorje and the family and the traditions and actually the people involved in that small community. Eleanor, perhaps you can tell us in the beginning.
Well, I would like to say this, that you call this journey to faith. And that's the thing that hit me so hard, and I have to go back again and again to get it. This faith there is sort of like, it's as solid and real as a loaf of bread that you can cut and eat and are nourished by. And that is why we keep going back. And not only has the Blessed Mother blessed it, but all the people, the whole villages. It isn't like, say, one of the other apparition sites, but it seems that all the people there have gotten carried away and take the messages of the Blessed Mother into their lives and act it. And we stayed with 2 different families at times. And Lisa, you were experiencing that too, weren't you?
Yes, well, when you stay with the families, you feel like you're in their homes, you feel like you're part of their family. They, at the end, well, first of all, they feed you the 2 meals a day, and it's really home-cooked meals, and when you leave, you feel like you've made a friend, and that a part of you stays in Medjugorje. And it's so beautiful with these families.
It's a beautiful experience, both of you, and I also participated only once, but the memory still lingers on. And one of the important things is the apparitions, the phenomena of the apparitions. It's a question to many and an answer for many more. What we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be going to, via my trip, to this original site of the Apparition Hill, and we're going to be interviewing a priest from, actually, Our Lady of Sorrows Church in Manhattan. And we're on location at the site of the original apparition, which began in 1981. It's a marvelous, inspirational video on the process that has enveloped the whole world. Apparition site of the Blessed Virgin Mary. One of the faithful is a resident of New York City, Father Danaher, Father Peter Danaher. And you're canonically appointed to be at what church?
Our Lady of Sorrows Church in Manhattan.
Oh, yes, I'm very familiar with that church in Manhattan. You're with a group, and you've climbed this mountain. Everyone believes that the Blessed Virgin Mary appeared here because of the testimony of 6 children. You're here because you believe. Is it difficult for one to believe that the Blessed Virgin Mary does appear?
For me, not at all, because so many times in the past, in the history of the church, Jesus has chosen her to be the instrument to reveal a much-needed message to the world. And the church has many times said that this is truly a message from God that we should listen to. And we come here with that same thought in mind. On a personal level, having gone to a place such as Lourdes in France, where I did experience the power of God's love and his guidance, I can see that truly that God has made certain places in the world through his mother, has made these places holy places for the faithful to go to, that they may draw closer to him. And that's a beautiful and much needed thing. And that's why I'm here.
In a day and age when religion and morality and belief in God has found its difficulties in even the faithful, it's sorely needed in the world.
One of the beautiful things about this message, as far as I know it, at Medjugorje, is its simplicity. And we have to go back to some of the simple and basic things of our faith. Prayer, penance, conversion, self-denial. That we're not self-sufficient, that we need God. Without him, we're going to be lost. And I think that's a message that we just have to keep repeating over and over again.
And this mountain range,
absolutely beautiful.
This rustic surroundings, even the most agile or infirm people seem to have no difficulty climbing this mountain.
We have a handful of people from our group who made it up. I'm sure. One lady was crying because she was so grateful that she was able to make it up here, cane and all.
Cane and all. That's a miracle in itself. No geritol needed on this mountain.
For sure.
The spiritual grace. Thank you very much, Father.
Okay, you're very welcome.
It was a pleasure having you speak. I know a matter of the heart and a matter of dedication.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
And you have just witnessed the heart-to-heart feelings of a young priest who, being a Franciscan priest, is very much in tune with Medjugorje and the alleged apparitions. Eleanor, no one knows better than you the history and the prologue to Medjugorje.
Well, there may be people listening then that know the story. However, it's such an extraordinary story, and there are many people who don't. It was in 1981, that's a long time ago now, many years, that these young people were playing outside the hill, and they saw this beautiful lady. And she spoke to them and told them she was coming again. And she has been coming from that day to this. She's there now in Medjugorje. And to these young people, now some of them are married, one of them is married. But she has given through these young people messages to the world, messages of peace and goodwill and penance and coming back to the norms of good moral behavior and goodness and love. And that is basically what is going on. And right now, people from all over the world are coming there because in our hearts we all want peace and we all want love and goodwill. And 12 million people have been there so far and are still coming. And we're probably going back, aren't we?
Yes.
Well, one of the extraordinary phenomena is that uneducated young people are the visionaries. 6 were and still are. And there was one young girl that I interviewed. Her name is Yelena. She is not among the original 6, but she is a child of the people living in Medjugorje, and she has the gift of locution. And it's a phenomenal gift. It's not well understood, but we're going to be talking to Yelena and having a short interview with her in regard to the messages of Our Lady.
Well, she unlike the visionaries who see Our Lady, she hears Our Lady. That's why it's called an interior locution. She hears the messages, and she has been giving out messages regularly too.
So these children, of course, have become a sign of contradiction, but nevertheless, the apparitions since 1981 have continued. And here's an exclusive interview with Jelena, a young girl of 19 years, living in Medjugorje. On location in the same village, Medjugorje. And one of the children, other than the 6 who see the Blessed Virgin Mary, has the gift of locution. Her name is Jelena, and she's our guest today. Thank you, Jelena, for being our guest today. Does Jelena have anything to say special to the world, for this videotape will be shown all over the world?
Ili ti imaš nešto posebno da preneseš ljudima u svijetu, pošto će se to svugdje u svijetu prikazivati?
Pa ja bi možda rekla nešto onome što nam ona kaže, jer mi se to čini baš i najvažnije.
She's going to say something about the messages that she gives, Our Lady gives to them, because she thinks that's most important. Samo malo kraće da ja mogu na...
No problem. Pa ona je sama rekla da nam nije rekla neke nove poruke, ali kaže da su važne.
She said that Our Lady gives the messages which are not new, but they are important.
Kaže da Isusa prepoznamo u svakom čovjeku.
That we should notice Jesus in every man.
Na poseban način potrebnima, bolesnima, siromašnima.
In a special way for the poor, sick and retarded people who need help.
Tražila je da zahvaljujemo Isusu za sve što nam daje.
That we thank Jesus for everything that He offers us, He gives us.
Kaže da često puta i jedna poteškoća može biti pomoć da se približimo Isusu.
And always, maybe some of the troubles can help us to come closer to each other.
I traži od nas svi koji slijedimo Isusa da budemo kao svjetlo, svijet koji ne poznaje Isusa, našim životom primjerom.
To be an example with your behavior, with your acting and everything to everybody, to bring some light to the world and that everybody will be together.
Da molim naprosto za unutarnji mir, jer kaže, ako ostavimo naš mir unutarnji, sigurno neće biti problema.
And to seek to find our own internal peace with ourselves, and then there won't be problem if you find internal peace for ourselves.
To su bile poruke.
That will be the messages that she would give to the world.
That is the message. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. You've just witnessed an interview with Jelena, one of the children who has the gift of locution.